What if I told you that being truly terrible at something could be the most freeing experience of your adult life? Today, we're exploring the art of being a beginner through the story of Katie, a woman who took ice skating back up in her 40s. Despite being the oldest in her class and struggling with the simplest moves, she persisted until one day she achieved something beautiful. She turned left, like Zoolander. And that victory taught her more about life than any quick success ever could. I'm Danielle Colley, and I'm here to help you to create a life that actually feels good to live. In our last video, I introduced you to Katie, a busy nurse and a student nurse trainer with 4 kids who made her Fridays sacred for ice skating lessons. Katie wasn't a naturally gifted skater on the ice. In fact, she struggled with one particular move, turning left. When the children in her class picked it up really quickly, Katie fell repeatedly. But week after week, she returned to the ice skating rink to get a bruised butt once again. As adults, we face a unique challenge when we're learning new skills. Unlike children who expect to be beginners, we've grown accustomed to being competent in our daily lives. We often aim to be experts in our careers. We wish we were experts in our parenting, and we try to control our routines. Starting something new means willingly stepping into incompetence, the unknown, and that can be deeply uncomfortable. A 2019 study in the Journal of Happiness Studies found that adults often avoid new activities precisely because of this discomfort, as it more specifically suggested that the negative self-perception or judgment from others is too painful. We fear looking foolish. We hate being scrutinized or confronting our own limitations. Yet the same research showed that people who regularly put themselves in the position of being beginners report greater life satisfaction and cognitive flexibility. What's happening in your brain when you learn something new as an adult? Dr. Norman Doidge, psychiatrist and author of The Brain That Changes Itself, describes it beautifully. Learning is a brain-wide phenomenon. It doesn't just reside in one part of the brain. And the remarkable thing is that it doesn't seem to have an upper limit. When you attempt something challenging and unfamiliar, your brain is creating new neural connections. This process, called neuroplasticity, literally rewires your brain to accommodate your new skills. The initial struggle, like Katie's many failed attempts to turn left, is actually the sound of your brain building new pathways. A 2019 study published in Applied Developmental Science found that learning unfamiliar skills creates more robust neural connections than practicing familiar ones. In other words, the very difficulty that makes us want to quit is precisely what makes the activity so beneficial for our brains. So how do we overcome the pesky resistance to being beginners? In Zen Buddhism, there is a concept called Shoshin, or the beginner's mind. Approaching experiences with openness, eagerness, and a lack of preconceptions, even when studying at an advanced level. Katie, she embodied this perfectly. Despite her struggles, she approached each skating lesson with curiosity rather than judgment. She focused on the process rather than the outcome, and when she finally turned left, her joy wasn't about achieving perfection. It was about persevering through difficulty and surprising herself. She texted me immediately and we both got to celebrate this awesome thing. This approach applies to any new skill or hobby, whether it's learning an instrument, trying a sport, taking up painting, or studying a language. The key is embracing awkwardness, the awkwardness of the beginning stages. Just give yourself permission to be terrible. It's okay to suck. Laugh at yourself. Celebrate those small victories, and remember, the goal isn't mastery, it's growth, it's joy. In our final video, we'll explore how grown-ups do it. We'll get some practical strategies for incorporating play into your adult life, even when you've forgotten how. We'll discover why play isn't just for children and how making it a priority can transform your well-being. Remember, being a beginner isn't a temporary state to rush through. It's a mindset to embrace. Give yourself permission to learn something new without expectations of excellence. The struggle isn't separate from the joy. Sometimes it's the very source of it. Until next time, be your own friend.